This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check your subscribe to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. If you hit that like button, make sure it's working properly, because these criminals are doing everything in their power to stop more people from being aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. And please share these videos with your local politicians, your state politicians, and your federal politicians. They have to know that we are sick and tired of the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Listen, I was looking at MULN, okay? And I went back to November of 2020. And because of all these reverse splits and all the counterfeit shares that they created and made disappear with the reverse splits, the value of MULN in November of 2020 was $8,454 billion. Okay? $8,454 billion. That's the amount of money that these criminals have stole from MULN investors over the past 5 years. It is absolutely crazy what these criminals are allowed to do every single day in the United States stock market. And the whole time, what does the SEC, what does the DOJ, what does the FBI do? Absolutely nothing. They sit on the sidelines. They practice willful blindness while the biggest financial crimes in the history of the planet goes on their watch. Now, I'm not saying that I like the CEO or the board of MULN. I do not. I believe that they set up their bonuses to go in line with things that don't help the shareholders. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind about that. But they are not the only ones to blame. The naked shorting in MULN is just out of control. The evidence of the naked shorting is overwhelming. You look at the numbers, you can see it every single day. Yet the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI allow these crimes to continue because the majority of the victims of these crimes are who? Retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. Do you think they would allow an $8 trillion loss in a stock that the 1%ers were long in? They would not allow it to happen. They would form a joint task force and people would be in handcuffs. I don't understand how the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI can look at themselves in the mirror and claim that they protect the market, that they protect retail investors, when this level of malfeasance goes on every single day in the United States stock market. And that is why we need, in my opinion, more civil lawsuits. We need to get this information in front of a judge, in front of a jury. We need to get the judge to order them to turn over the trading history, the blue sheets, so we can see exactly what they've been doing to us over the last 5 years. And I believe, and I've said this multiple times, once the discovery is done and we have our hands on the trading history, the blue sheets of all these companies, the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are going to be shamed into doing their job. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. If anybody would have told me 5 years ago that the United States stock market was this corrupt, I would have told them, are they crazy? This is not a third world country. Well, based on everything I've seen, everything I've learned over the past 5 years, there's no third world country as corrupt as the United States stock market. These bad actors know that as long as they limit their victims to retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules, as long as they don't rob other one percenters, there will be no real repercussions for their criminality. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are allowing these criminals to steal trillions of dollars from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.